We do have one land use item today, and we do have our senior planner, Faye Hall. She will be presenting. And this is to consider approving PRO 2024-0271 VAC Road to Unaweep Avenue Street renaming.
Not many spots left.
Thanks, Faye, for being here. I'll give you some time to set up.
Okay. Good morning, Commissioners. Chair Daniel. I'm Faye Hall with the Mesa County Planning Division. This is a request to change a street name from C Road to Unaweep to make it official. A really easy request, renaming C Road, also known as Unaweep, from Highway 50 east to 29 Road is the request. And I'd like to enter into the record exhibits A through E. So I'll just go through these really quickly. Basically, this is a project between the city and the county to rename the portion of C Road / Unaweep Avenue from 29 Road, or excuse me, Highway 50 east all the way through to 29 Road. There's been a lot of confusion over the years as to what the street actually is called. We've got different street signs. We've got C Road street signs. We've got Unaweep street signs. We've got a combination of city addressing, grid addressing versus Mesa County addressing, and they're all mixed together. And so it's been very confusing to know, where C Road ends, starts, Unaweep ends, starts, and just the combination of those different grids falling within there. So this is an effort to correct the situation, renaming it all to Unaweep Avenue. So it will be consistent name. We will be looking at readdressing people that are not fitting into the grid system. Linden Avenue is going to be the divider between the city addresses versus the county grid addresses. We felt like that was a really good delineation line there. We've had public meetings, open houses with the residents, and everybody seems to be on board, no opposition. Some questions about, can I change my address to this instead? Those kind of things, and we've been very accommodating to people to work with them if the addresses are available. So this project really is just an effort to clean that whole strip up from Highway 50 to 29 Road and make it so that you can understand what the addresses are. This just really just shows you the boundary, Highway 50 through to 29 Road East. Some of the different things that we were kind of dealing with internally that I don't need to bore you with. And then just another overall showing you city limits versus county. So this is 29 Road over here on the east. You can see Highway 50 on the west. This color right here is all city limits. And then the county is going to be responsible for these portions here that have an actual zoning designation through to 29 Road. So the majority of the addresses are city, but we definitely have quite a few that we needed to address too. So both the city and the county are proposing the street name change to just make it official and clean up the area. So the approval criteria is section 4.20.C.2, and both the criteria can be met. And the general approval criteria of section 3.09 can also be met. So as I mentioned before, we did send out notifications to all of the property owners and residents that lived along the strip of C Road Unaweep, now known as Unaweep. And we did have 2 public meetings. We had open houses. We had very little amount of people that show up. The people that did show up just wanted to kind of talk about, hey, maybe can I change my address to this? And we certainly worked with the people that did show up and were able to, I think, accommodate all of them so that everybody, I think, is pretty happy. Wanted to wait for after the elections, make sure there wasn't any issues and people with getting ballots and things like that. So found that this was the appropriate time to make this change. And really, again, nobody was against it. So the recommendation from staff is for approval and adoption of the resolution. And that would be for the proposed street name change does satisfy the specific approval criteria of section 4.20.C.2 and section 3.09 of the 2020 Mesa County Land Development Code as amended. And that's really it. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Faye. Commissioners, comments, questions?
So what is the process to notify the clerk's office for voting purposes of the address change. Do you guys do that?
We will be doing all of the address
Okay.
changes. Yes, we have a whole Excel spreadsheet. So now that this, once the hearing has been completed, this gets approved, then we're going to start on doing the address changes. We're giving the residents, I believe, like a year to make everything official. So we're giving them plenty of time. We're going to be notifying the utility agencies, fire department, post office, all the major, agencies that we deal with here, gas, electric, water. And then the individual property owners and residents will be responsible to do their private agencies such as banks, or and friends, neighbors, those kinds of things. So we will do all of the utility and fire and water and all that good stuff.
Most of the addresses are in the city, as you pointed out, and they have an election in April. So will all this be changed to the clerk prior to that?
Oh, by April? I do not believe it will all be implemented
Okay.
by April. No, like I said, we're giving these people a year to get their addresses changed and start using the new ones. We believe, there's always going to be some hiccups and things that we'll have to smooth over. And changing addresses for people is such a major ordeal that it takes time. You're always going to forget about that one person or that one agency that you're dealing with. And so we're going to be working with them to get all those changed over. But by April, no, I can't see that that's going to be official.
Can you give the new addresses to the clerk?
Yes, I'm sure we can do that.
And she can
Yes.
update it in her records because.
Yeah, because we will be notifying the assessors and the assessors should be updating all their records, and that would then, work, and same with like DMV. And so once all those records are changed, I feel like that it's like a trickle down effect. Everybody gets it from them. So yeah, I'd say that should be a reasonable solution by April.
Okay, thanks.
There's also another election next fall. So I think that would be the biggest concern, obviously, is making sure we get all that ironed out and making sure nobody misses
Absolutely.
that opportunity. But other than that, I think in the end, it'll work well
Yes.
and better.
Oh, yes.
Going to be some speed bumps along the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Faye. We really appreciate this effort to clean this up and streamline this for our residents.
Long overdue.
Let's see. Does anyone in the audience have any questions or comments at this time?
Don't look at that. I apologize. I did not update the screen.
It's okay.
Oh, that's the motion.
Yeah, it is 2024-0271.
Any other public comment? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the item as entered into the record.
I move to approve and adopt resolution PRO 2024-0271 VA C Road Unaweep Avenue Street renaming based on the finding the applicant meets all of the approved criteria.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.